Plants can't think, right? They just sit there, soaking up sunlight and water. But what if I told you that plants have a form of memory? What if they can learn, communicate with each other, and even pass information down through generations? Over the last 2 decades, scientists have uncovered astonishing evidence that plants possess a kind of intelligence we're only beginning to understand. Today, we're diving deep into the strange science of plant memory and communication, and how plants are rewriting everything we thought we knew about life itself. What is plant memory? When we think of memory, we imagine brains storing information. But plants don't have brains, yet they exhibit behavior that can only be explained as a form of learning and remembering. Plant memory refers to the ability of plants to retain information about their environment and past experiences, and then use that information to shape their future behavior. In 2016, Australian scientists demonstrated that plants can remember drought conditions. When exposed to repeated stress and recovery cycles, plants actually became better at surviving subsequent droughts. They adjusted their water use and growth patterns based on what they'd experienced before. Even more remarkably, this wasn't just instinct, it was genuine adaptation based on memory. Think of it like a plant saying, "I've seen this before, and here's how I survived it last time." The chemical language underground, the wood wide web. Beneath our feet, there's an invisible network connecting trees and plants in ways we never imagined. In the 1990s, forest ecologist Susan Simard discovered something that challenged everything we knew about plants. They communicate through fungi. Trees are connected by underground fungal networks, mycorrhizal networks, that allow them to share nutrients, water, and chemical signals. Simard's famous experiments showed that Douglas fir trees could actually send carbon, essentially food, to neighboring trees through these fungal highways. A mother tree could even prioritize sending resources to its own offspring. But it goes deeper than nutrition. Plants use these networks to send warning signals about insect attacks. When a tree is being eaten by caterpillars, it sends chemical distress signals through the fungal network, triggering neighboring trees to boost their own chemical defenses before the pests even reach them. It's like a network of interconnected nervous systems, a literal wood wide web. Can plants learn? Testing plant intelligence. To prove that plant memory is real and not just reflexive response, scientists have conducted remarkable experiments. One of the most famous comes from a 2016 study where researchers exposed plants to repeated vibrations, just the sound of wind. Over time, the plants began to brace themselves, thickening their stems in anticipation. But here's the kicker: when the vibrations stopped coming, the plants didn't keep bracing forever. They remembered that the threat had ended and returned to normal growth. This shows prediction and learning. Another stunning experiment involved plants learning to navigate mazes. Scientists grew plants through mazes and found that after experiencing the maze once, plants grew more efficiently through it the second time, even with altered lighting. The plants had remembered the spatial layout and optimized their growth path. Some researchers argue plants even show a form of personality. Individual plants of the same species respond differently to identical conditions, suggesting they retain unique experiences. Plant communication, the airborne conversations. But underground networks aren't the only way plants talk. They're also constant broadcasters of volatile organic compounds, airborne chemical messages. When a plant is under attack by insects, it releases specific chemicals into the air that neighboring plants can detect. These aren't random signals, they're precise, encoded messages. Some plants can distinguish between different types of herbivores and send tailored alarm signals. A plant being eaten by aphids sends different chemical messages than one being eaten by beetles. Nearby plants receive these signals and activate their own defensive compounds. Some even attract predatory insects that hunt the herbivores attacking their neighbors. There's also evidence that plants can recognize their own chemical signatures in these signals, distinguishing between calls from family members versus strangers. It's essentially a chemical language, not as fast as human speech. but remarkably sophisticated and targeted. Plants are literally gossiping with each other about threats in the neighborhood. Epigenetics, when plants pass down memories without changing DNA. Here's where it gets truly mind-bending. Scientists have discovered that plants can pass down memories to their offspring without altering their DNA sequence. This is the field of epigenetics, chemical modifications that switch genes on and off. A plant that survives stress can actually alter the expression of genes in its seeds, essentially saying, "The world out there is tough, here's how to handle it." These epigenetic changes mean the offspring are born more prepared for hardship, even if they've never experienced it themselves. Studies on Arabidopsis plants showed that the offspring of drought-stressed parents had enhanced drought resistance, not because of genetic mutation, but because of heritable epigenetic marks. The fascinating part: in some cases, these marks can persist through multiple generations. It's like plants are teaching their children through chemical imprinting. Remember what happened to your grandmother. You should be ready for it too. We're looking at inheritance of acquired traits, something we thought was scientifically disproven until we found it happening right here, in plants. The electrical impulses we almost missed. For decades, scientists dismissed the idea that plants might have anything resembling a nervous system. But recent research has revealed that plants actually generate electrical signals remarkably similar to animal action potentials. When a plant is wounded or stressed, it produces electrical waves that spread through its tissues. These signals trigger biochemical responses, increasing defense compounds, closing stomata to conserve water, or alerting other parts of the plant to prepare for damage. A Venus flytrap's snap is controlled by electrical signaling. When the trigger hairs are touched, an electrical potential builds up in the leaf, and when it reaches a threshold, the trap slams shut in a fraction of a second. The speed of this response, faster than the plant's transport systems could normally handle, proved that plants use electrical transmission alongside chemical pathways. Some researchers even propose that plants might have a distributed form of processing, using their network of cells as a kind of analog computer, with the roots acting something like a brain, sensing the environment and sending commands throughout the plant body. The implications: a new understanding of life. What does it mean if plants can remember, communicate, and pass down learned experiences? It fundamentally changes how we should think about consciousness, intelligence, and life itself. These findings suggest that intelligence and memory aren't unique to animals with brains. They're properties that can emerge from complex, interconnected biological systems. If plants can learn, then the boundary between living things that have agency and those that don't becomes much blurrier. Some researchers are even starting to talk about plant cognition, not consciousness as we experience it, but a genuine form of information processing and decision-making. Ethically, this raises uncomfortable questions. Should we reconsider how we farm, harvest, and use plants if they have genuine experiences and memories? Some scientists argue we should. Others are more cautious, suggesting we're not yet ready to declare plants truly conscious. What's undeniable is that plants are far more sophisticated organisms than our textbooks suggested, and they are forcing us to expand our definition of what it means to think, to know, and to be alive. The future of plant science. Scientists are only scratching the surface of plant cognition. New research is emerging on plant consciousness, the possibility of plant-animal communication, and how we might harness plant intelligence to improve agriculture and medicine. Some labs are exploring whether plants might even exhibit something like curiosity, exploring their environment not out of necessity, but because of something resembling interest. Others are investigating if plants can teach us about decentralized, networked intelligence, how information can be processed and decisions made without a central brain. As climate change pushes plants to adapt faster than ever before, understanding plant memory and learning might be crucial for developing crops that can survive new conditions. The field is evolving rapidly, with new discoveries challenging our assumptions regularly. What seems certain is that the more we study plants, the less we understand them, and that's perhaps the most exciting scientific frontier we have. The intelligence of plants is one of the most fascinating frontiers in modern science, and we're only beginning to understand it. From the wood wide web connecting forests underground to the electrical signals coursing through their tissues, plants are showing us that life is far more complex and interconnected than we ever imagined. What aspect of plant science surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button and subscribe so you never miss a video like this one.